Rob Parsons is with me here on set. Rob, but where does this leave Maduro's claims then of a massive victory here?
Well, obviously it casts them in considerable doubt. You know, when an organisation like Smartmatic, which has been doing the Venezuelan election since the turn of the century, says something like this, you have to take it seriously. There's no reason why Smartmatic would come up with a story like this unless it was absolutely certain of its figures. And the CEO of Smartmatic said there is absolutely no doubt. And that ties in with a report from Reuters as well, based on internal sources from the Venezuelan electoral authorities themselves, saying that with 1.5 hours to go before the polls closed, only 3.7 million voters had gone to the urns to vote. Less than half the figure put out by Nicolas Maduro. So clearly there's a pall of doubt hanging over the figures put out by Maduro, which seem to suggest that the opposition claim that somewhere in the region of 3 to 4 million people voted, not 8 million. Maduro, for his part, is saying this is just an international plot, a line that he's used in the past to discuss the collapse of the economy as well, and is brushing it aside. He quite clearly is going to march on ahead regardless.
Yeah, he does sound like he's, I mean, what does he care in a way? I mean, he's just, as you say, he's just going to carry on. He's put the assembly off by a day, but he's still pressing ahead, and therefore these was plans to rewrite the constitution as well. Absolutely,
and with it, he's put the first day of the Constituent Assembly off by 1 day. It was due to start this Thursday. The opposition had planned a massive demonstration which is going to go ahead this Thursday to coincide with the meeting of the Constituent Assembly. That clearly won't happen now. Whether this is Maduro playing games with the opposition or not, we don't know. But the bottom line is he's going ahead with it, and quite clearly this forms part of his plan to marginalize the National Assembly, the legally elected parliament of Venezuela, sorry, and to start attacking the opposition. We've already seen 2 opposition leaders arrested. Maduro has made it clear that he's going to change the constitution. There seems at this point nothing that can stop Nicolas Maduro from going ahead with his plans. There were other options that he could have taken. He could have organized a referendum to see whether there should be early elections for the presidency. He chose not to do that. He could have stayed on in power till his electoral term came to an end and had elections then. He's chosen not to do that. He's chosen an approach which is based on confrontation, and who knows how this is going to end now.
I mean, the opposition demos planned for today, I mean, they're not going to change anything, though, are they?
Well, no, they're certainly not going to change Nicolas Maduro's mind. We've seen that. We've had intense opposition demonstrations which have grown and grown and grown since April. None of them have managed to persuade Nicolas Maduro to back off from confrontation. On the contrary, they seem to have persuaded him that the only approach he should take is to dig in as much as he can. At the moment, he appears to have the security services on his side, so it seems extremely unlikely that he's going to back down, knowing that if it comes to confrontation, that he has the backing of the army and the police. So the impression must be, the conclusion must be, that he's going to go ahead down this path of confrontation. How the opposition deal with it remains to be seen.
Rob Parsons, our Chief Foreign Editor, thanks.